Howdy.
What's up? How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. I like the impromptu one. Like nothing is prepared, so wherever it goes,
Yeah, it's like
it'll
whatever.
go.
To
Good
just,
topic.
yeah. It's good to, I will edit, edit this down, and I'm gonna listen
Like
to
it's
it.
taking what? Like it's just like 6 months.
The city of New York, Boricua from the Bronx.
Shooting the shit.
Exactly.
I don't call it an interview. We're just chatting. We're just chilling. You
Chat.
know.
Okay,
Yeah,
chat about life.
yeah, yeah,
You can
yeah.
throw any topic, and if I can't talk about it, I'll just redirect it.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
struggling with this neck injury. It's like been like the focal point of my life, and it's just like a damn nightmare, you know.
Yeah.
But aside from that bullshit, which
What happened?
uh,
What'd you do? Too much? What'd you do? Too much Zumba?
uh yeah,
Trying new positions?
that didn't look like a Zumba
I
gesture
know,
to me.
right?
You know,
No, like, did you heard it? Activities, or is it
I think it's just been
too much movement or less?
gradual, yeah, like a gradual wear and tear, and it's reached a point where they want to do surgical intervention. Like
Ooh,
they want to put they
that's
want to
bad.
put yeah. They say they want to replace two discs with artificial discs, or put a
Uh
cage in
huh.
it and
Uh
fuse it
huh.
together. And
You're gonna come out like Frankenstein.
yeah, I really don't want to do that. Like I'm trying really hard
Yeah,
to
but
avoid that shit. That shit is fucking
but
horrifying.
you never know. You never know though. You can turn bionic.
If
You
if
know.
I mean, if I could and it was safe, I would. But this stuff is scary. It's so high up too, you know, where the problem is.
Uh-huh.
It's really high on the neck. So you know, if it goes bad, you're in a not good place. You know what I mean? So
But if you don't get it, is it
so
bad?
that's the place where I'm at, right? Like I've spoken to like six doctors, gotten different
Uh-huh.
their opinion after opinion after opinion. The last guy I spoke to said you absolutely have to get this surgery and get these discs replaced, or if you fall and you fall bad enough, you'll end up paralyzed. Like it's that dangerous for you, you
You
know.
know what?
So
You know what's interesting? They said the same thing to me.
what's that for injury?
Yeah, for martial arts. Yeah, they said the same thing. Like one more fall and you're gonna be paralyzed. It's like I got hit. Like my spine is fucked. But I had a surgery. My throat surgery here. It's not that bad. You might lose your voice, but mine came back.
What surgery did you do?
Well, I have this scar right here. Actually, it's right here. It was There was a mass, a tumor that was sitting just like by my windpipe, and it was pushing it. So anytime I could just like stop breathing, and it was sitting on the nerve of my voice box. It was a throat surgery that was constricting my breathing, and also on like risk. I was at risk of not being able to speak again. If
So what
to
happened with
remove it.
the neck one that you said you had a
Oh,
neck
the neck
injury.
one, because of the tumor, right? They saw a lot of shit. That was just like I had to go through like CAT scan and
Oh,
all that
right.
stuff, MRI. So they saw a lot of things that I didn't know I was there was something wrong with like my disc, like disc. I didn't even know I had disc, but there's like they gave me like a couple of numbers that was off. Like you have to replace this, or you have like it's wear
Okay,
and
but you're
tear kind
not
of
in
thing.
pain?
I am.
Your
I
neck
have
is in
chronic pain.
pain?
This one, but back here, yes, but not here. Just back here, I have ongoing pain, like right in my bones mostly. I have pain in my bones. It's like excruciating pain. Like imagine a barbed wire being wrapped around your skeletal, your skeletal, like the whole, and then just like somebody pulling it on each end. That's how painful it is sometimes.
And that's because of
Yeah.
the neck? That's
And
the neck?
It's because of nerves and just bones and yeah. So it's not
Fucking sucks,
specifically my neck,
doesn't
but it is included. It does. I think it goes with our age. I don't know,
it?
or we're being punished for the things we did in high school. Ah.
Probably. It's probably related from all the abuse we put ourselves through, and it sucks. It's just so annoying. I want to train. I want to I want to work out. I want to go hard. I want to, you know, and I'm like every freaking thing just carrying my dog. I have to be careful to keep my alignment,
Yeah.
and she's like tiny little. It just sucks, but you know,
Oh,
you know, chronic pain aside, because I don't want to make this shit depressive the whole fucking time. Start a new
I know,
job,
right?
that's,
Oh, nice.
you know, yeah, I got laid off, right? I
Yeah.
don't know if I had been laid off the last time we spoke. I might have still been working, but they laid me off. I was like out for 3 months, just kind of just
Mm-hmm.
chilling, just wanted to take a little break.
Mm-hmm.
And the money was
Mm-hmm.
running out, so I got a new gig, and it's been going good. So that's an up.
Oh, that's good. So when you say new gig, is it what is it? Are you like a dancer, like pole dancing kind of thing? What kind of gigs are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm a pole dancer in a place called the Big Bears Club.
I'd check it
the,
out.
the Hairless Bears Club. No,
That's that's a good band name.
yeah, the hairless, because bears are supposed to be hairy, and I don't have much hair, but I am kind of
Yeah.
bear-like. So the Hairless Bears, it rhymes too,
But do you like
right?
it?
No, so
You like
like
you like it?
it's an IT job, like my previous job, and it's been going
Nerd.
good. Yeah, yeah, totally
Yeah.
nerding out. It's been going good. You know, I'm
Yeah. That's
I'm
good.
happy with it. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
jobs are like just something for us to do sometimes. It makes us like it helps with the self esteem having a job. But then once you kind of like make it just about that in your life, you kind of lose sight of the meaning of life of why you're living in the first place. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
some people say, like, if you win the lottery or whatever, that you'd get bored. I wouldn't. You can give me a large amount of money and me not have to work, and I'll be just fine. They
yeah,
say, hey,
I
if you
think
get, if you get rich, you'll be bored, and you won't have meaning or whatever. It's like, no,
yeah.
bullshit. I got a lot of shit I could do.
You know who gets bored? I think people who get bored are the boring people. You gotta be originally boring already for you to get bored with all that.
Oh,
It's like you're not used to having something, or you're not creative enough to to create something right there and then. Because you're only bored because you're not doing anything. You're just like here. So if you're creative, whether you have money or not, you'll
yeah,
never be bored.
you find shit to do. I
Yeah,
got stuff I could do. I got so many things I could do
I
that I
know.
would like to do that, you know, um if I had, like, if money wasn't an issue, you kidding me? Fucking, you know how much of the world I still haven't seen? you know, like,
Me too. I would charter a private jet.
buy
Like,
that
I mean,
shit.
just travel.
Buy
Yeah,
that shit and
yeah.
spend a couple weeks in Cabo,
I
spend
want
a
to
couple
visit.
weeks in France, and you kidding me?
Like, I want to visit every beach, like every beach that we have, like on the United States first. Like visit all them beaches, and then like go to Europe, and then like Asia, and then like
Mm,
the tropics and stuff like that. But I want to check out all the beaches
yeah,
and the
there's
bitches.
so
I'm
many
kidding.
freaking places.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I I would agree with you. If I were single, I'd totally be on both of them, but
I know,
married
right?
man, I can't
We meant
talk
the
like that.
dogs. We meant puppies. Female, the doggies out there.
The whole married thing, I
but
can't, you know,
uh,
but
so what?
no, I'd totally
You've
be
been
living
you've
it
been
up.
married for
Hmm?
you've been married for how long? You've been married for how long?
Let me do the math, because I'm not very good at head math.
Here's a better question. Would you do it again?
Would I get married again? If anything happened and my wife and I were not together, I think I'd stay single. Now, that is that is what we say, right? But the reality could be different, right? You don't know what's going to happen. You
The,
might, I never thought in my life I'd be married at all, let alone twice. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I, you know, I'm like, there's people out there that they want to get married, they want to have kids,
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
have this vision in their life that this is what they want, and
Mm-hmm.
the house and the I was not one of those people. I was one of the people that was
Yeah.
in my mind, I was going to be hooking up with beautiful hot women at clubs until I'm 90. That's what I always thought, you know,
Oh, like a new Hefner, huh?
something like that,
New
but
style,
clearly,
yeah.
you know, clearly that's not the way it is, my,
It
I don't even,
went.
you change, you change and you adapt. So I'm I'm different. I get my dance fix now teaching Zumba, that's where
Yeah.
I get my scratch my itch to dance. Um, but I can't say I would never like, I never say never anymore, because I've
Yeah.
learned that what I think today could be drastically different tomorrow, so
Exactly. Exactly.
um I don't know, if I were single again, I don't think I'd get married, um just because I'm kind of like so set in my ways, how I like to do shit, and
Yes.
like
Yes.
I don't know that I'd want to adapt to another person and figure our ways out and go through that whole fucking
No,
dynamic.
you gotta tell them like your favorite color again. You gotta like do all that shit all over again, and reintroduce them to your little quirks. And then you have to get to know them and all
Yeah,
that
I don't know
stuff.
that I'd
Yeah.
want to go that in depth, but again, you don't know, right? I By nature, I tend to be with one woman, right? Although
Uh huh.
um I would like to be able to hook up with many women, right? At the, and
Yeah.
just be able to do that and stuff, but it doesn't work very well with my brain, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it won't work with your wife either.
well, no, I'm saying if I were a single dude, you know what I mean? Like that that way of living doesn't, I don't know. Like I like, like for instance, you meet a really hot chick, right? You hanging out, whatever, and she wants to get down,
Yeah.
right? She wants to hook up.
Yeah.
So my first few thoughts in my head are like, um, does she have a disease? Is she
Uh
trying
huh.
to rob me?
That's important.
Is
That's
she
important.
setting me
Yeah.
up? Is she gonna say I sexually assaulted her? Is is
Is
is
she a man?
you know like whatever, these are the things I'm thinking
Yeah.
about, that I'd be considering in my head, and I'd be worried about.
Yeah.
Now if you got all that shit in your head, and I'll tell you from experience, right? You're hooking up with someone and you don't really know them, there's no trust, there's no comfort, and you're thinking
Yeah.
about like her bodily fluids are
The most
getting in your,
horrible things that can happen.
well, and you're thinking of
You
all these
already
things,
ruined
and guess what happens? You ain't even
both
gonna be
of
able
these
to
ways
maintain.
again.
You can't even maintain an
Exactly.
erection. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You,
yeah, because
you
that's
know,
anxiety. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you're ready, man. This
Yeah.
chick is hot, blah blah blah. And you're having these thoughts, and then you start going and because you're
Exactly.
so,
It ruins it. So, but
yeah.
like, why do you think we do that?
What do you think? What we do? What?
Like we block our like opportunities like that because we're blocking our own blessings when you're doing that. I mean, like not being present, not being like
Yeah.
what's happening right here, right now. But they like so it's either you're far ahead or you're way behind, but it's never right here, right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been
What is
trying to. I haven't been able to reconcile that. You know. I haven't been able to
Yeah.
reconcile it. I wish I could, so that this type of shit would have never been an issue. Like even when I lost my virginity,
Yeah.
right? Like the girl I was with, we hooked up and we went one round, and it was like a 10-second round, because again, it was my first time, right? So it was like 10 seconds, three pump chump. And then after that, I,
Yeah.
I couldn't get hard. And she was beautiful, and I wanted to experience her and enjoy her more, and really,
Yeah.
but I was so in my head and anxious
Yeah.
I after the first round, it was a wrap. And then after that, I was embarrassed, so I ducked her, you know? Um,
Oh, I have like I have a feeling it has something to do with self-esteem
mm,
or you know, like that self-worth kind of thing, of confidence. And that's what happens when we start becoming anxious and we start to doubt things, we start to question things. That stems from really just the self-doubt itself. You know, the lack of, you know,
what's the
of belief.
equivalent to a for a woman? Like you wouldn't lose an erection, right? Because is it not
No, but
getting
we would be
wet?
turned
Is
off.
it
A woman can tell if she's gonna sleep with them in the first 30 seconds of meeting them. She's already decided if she's gonna do them or not.
no? But I
Every woman.
mean, like
No, no,
like
this is a hetero relationship. I'm not
yeah,
talking about you know, the other ones because, well, as you know, I'm with a woman now. Um, but for me, it's from my experience and from what I've also heard, you know, in other experiences, is like in general, women can tell if you're gonna sleep with you or not in the first 30 seconds. That,
yeah.
you guys what I mean?
I think I agree with that statement. I generally know, um, well, historically, right? Obviously, I'm married now, but I always kind of knew or believed that she already knew in her mind if she was gonna get down with you. And it's your
Yeah,
job as the man to not fuck it up. If
yeah,
it's
exactly.
if she already decided in her mind it's a yes, all you gotta do is keep it at a yes and not fuck it up and turn it into a no.
It's maintained. Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
But if it's already a no, forget about it, buddy. you know,
Yeah,
ain't nothing
exactly.
happening there. And you could kind of sense it, you could kind of sense it. I More often than not, I was right in my belief. When I thought I'm gonna hook up with this girl, more often than not, I hooked up with her. Like it was a given.
Yeah.
Like I just, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Uh,
there are telltale signs. I mean, you know, if she has like, oh, I gotta be back by 8. Like, if she already pre-say that,
uh.
you ain't getting laid. Just like it means like, you know, she's cutting. But if she doesn't give you a time that she needs to be home, you know, there's a hope there. There's
Yeah,
hope.
yeah,
Or if her undergarments matches, it's already pre-planned it.
yeah. You
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 start
can
like,
kind of tell. It's like a vibe, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it's
well,
a
there
vibe.
are women who will lead you on though. There are women who like give you that vibe and yet pull back,
I don't know
you
that I've
know,
ever
last minute.
experienced that. I don't know that
Yeah,
I've ever been misled. It was either I knew that it was gonna happen or I knew it wasn't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I've never had an
What's
experience where
your rate? What's the percentage? Is it like 4 out of 5 or what?
um I'm thinking 70% would probably be,
30%. That's not
you
bad.
know,
That's not bad. That's not
you
bad.
know,
That's not bad.
70% would be a fair, you know, uh maybe 67, 70, it's better than 50%, right? But it's not 10 out of 10, like there's certainly
Yeah,
been some that I knew immediately like this was not going to happen. And I had one in particular that was it was like I was talking to this girl, whatever, but and we were like in this moment. Well, actually, you know what? There's two now that I think of it. Um, that kind of stand out, and I kind of parted her hair because it was like in her face, so I parted her hair, and I kind of was
yeah.
coming in, right?
Yeah.
I was coming
What
in from
the?
my, and she just looked at me like, "Fuck, are you doing?"
No. She's
Oh
like,
shit!
no,
That
no, thank you. I've seen
I
enough.
was like,
I've had enough.
I was like, "Am I reading this wrong?" Or and she's like, "Angel, you're a great guy, and I love hanging out with you, but it's not gonna
Yeah.
happen." So that was kind of like in that particular scenario, I didn't know either way. You know what I'm saying? Like she was in my apartment, she was hanging out with me, we were kicking it, so that it could have gone either way, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So we were having a moment, and kind of just I did the mad cheesy shit like you're so beautiful,
yeah,
you shouldn't hide behind your hair, and kind of parted her hair. Like I'm making fun of
Yeah.
it, but it was a sweet moment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
then as I kind of came in to, seal the deal, it was like, he
She said, no.
was like, did you? And
Aw.
I kind of was like, so I
Yeah.
guess that's not gonna happen, huh? She's like, I was like, all right, cool. And I went right back to just chilling, like whatever. You know what I mean? It it didn't it didn't phase me. You know what I mean? Like it was like,
Yeah,
because again,
basically.
it could have gone either way, and I was hoping it went one way. It didn't, and then it was like, all right,
Yeah.
well now we know what it is, and let's just carry
Yeah.
on with what we're doing. And we're playing video games and just chilling, whatever. Like I'm cool with that. Like I mean,
But the
like
thing,
I'm sorry, go
stop
ahead.
messing with them. Stop messing with the young ones. You just mentioned video games and stuff like that. Are they in their 20s?
Nah, she wasn't young. This was someone close to my age. Now I wouldn't fuck with no young chicks if I was like out there or whatever. I want to see some gray. I want to see some wrinkles. Cause the thing is, you can't tell who's who anymore. So you'll look at someone and you can't
Yeah.
tell if they're 20, 30. Like I would never expose myself to a risk like that. Like I want to see like grandma shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm 49 in a month.
oh, happy birthday.
I'm
Well,
gonna be 49 years old in a month.
you're well kept.
See,
You know?
I'm well. Stay away from the sun. Sunscreen. Sunscreen is important. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
I
want to see gray hair. I want to see wrinkles. I want to see the weight of the life on your soul. I don't want no
uh-huh.
spring chicken no, that shit would. I bet they'll ruin your life. You know what I mean? Like some young 25-year-old. No way.
See,
They'll ruin you.
they ruin their own life. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like
yeah,
at that age, they're still like,
yeah,
in that they can fuck up and they still have time to fix it kind of thing.
yeah.
So like
We don't have
that's
that
pretty much life is
luxury.
expensive.
You know, we
We
don't
don't have
have
that
that.
luxury. We gotta hit the target, man.
Like
It's like we don't
I
know when
need
it's gonna come
I
around
ain't
again. Yeah.
I ain't fucking around with no young like nah. I want to know that your ass you need to be mature.
Yeah.
like I
What do you think is the most important thing in a relationship to make it last? What would make a relationship work? Like, what do you think is the most important?
oh, it's cliche, but communication is important, right? Communication is important,
Communication.
and then
Yeah.
obviously compatibility. You know,
I
people
like
say
that.
like
I like
opposites
compatibility.
or whatever, but compatibility
There's
is
there's
important.
yeah. There's one that like people forget: transparency. You stated in the beginning what your expectations are,
Hmm.
so nobody gets confused towards in the middle. I mean, like every kind of relationships, I think is okay. Like if you're into poly, which is multiple partners, just make sure
Right.
that your partner is also into that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You just can date and you can date other people as long as two parties can agree.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna be exclusive, two parties can agree. But I think it's just between the people, like two people who like they gotta agree to something. So you have to find somebody that you're compatible with and have the
Yeah.
same also intentions that you do. You can't like just date somebody and they're expecting to like to floor around and you're the type that doesn't do that. That relationship's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But if it was an open discussion like that, it also give you the opportunity to choose to stay or not.
Mm.
And that's what I think what's missing in the beginning of the relationship, is the transparency and communicate, and which leads to
Well,
communication.
it's all connected, right?
Oh,
Everything you
yeah,
said
yeah,
there,
that's connected.
it's all like this one big connection. I guess we'd find the word of
Mm-hmm.
what those things can all fall under, because
Yeah,
if that's your thing, then cool. Like I couldn't fuck with that, right? Like I couldn't
yeah,
be with uh a woman and some other dude be inside that woman. That shit'll fucking drive. I can't do that.
exactly.
I can't do that shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't fucking do it.
yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
You
So you
know?
can't date somebody who's free spirited. You know what I mean? So that would be somebody that's not compatible with you, who believes that sex is just sex or whatever. So you're looking for somebody that has the same principle as you. So
Yeah,
it's
I
a matter
couldn't
of
fuck
that.
with that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I
just I couldn't do it. Like I don't
remember
I
when,
know some people do it, and I don't judge them. And
yeah.
it's cool. Whatever your thing is, that's your thing.
Have a close your vote, man.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. And listen, I wish I could. I wish that I was just whatever, and I could just, but I can't. Hell, sometimes I'd be like, man, I wish I could. I wish that I could also be attracted to dudes and women. So then I have an even bigger pool of
Right?
entertainment.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't.
I,
I am not remotely
you're not
attracted to.
designed that way.
Yeah, I'm not even remotely attracted to dudes. Like I don't think I could if I were like in a threesome and it was a guy
Uh-huh.
and a girl and another. I don't think I even get hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think
Too much competition.
no, I just wouldn't like get this motherfucker out of here. Like I don't want to, like I wouldn't be comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't think I could rock with that. Um,
Yeah.
but there's people that are comfortable with it, and I've been reading a lot of those Reddit posts and stuff, and there's so much stuff out there that blows my mind. But I see that a
Yeah.
lot about relationships and stuff, and a lot of people are cool with that, and you know, I mean,
There's a lot of backlash on bisexualism. That, from what I understand, is bisexual is really, it's hard to be accepted in the gay community if you're bisexual.
yeah, I've read that too. I've read that too.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you if you're comfortable. If not, I'll just chop this off.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
do you do you consider yourself bi, or because I read a post where you said you're not, and
Yeah.
say again?
Okay. I see. I
Only if you're
never wanted
comfortable, by the
labels.
way.
No, I don't like it's good to put it out there. I it's like I don't know where I'm at because yes, I've been with men, but in reality, when I think about it, it's like I was never sexually, like excited. I saw, intimate with them as like, oh, it's part of the package.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like it was just part of the package, and and now like I didn't get like, like, ooh, baby, I want to see you. Like it's like how other women when they see male strippers, dangling, that they get really excited. I didn't get that. I get that with women, but I never had the
yeah.
opportunity to date women because I haven't found the right person, I guess, or I wasn't exposed too much to, to people who would be attracted to me, or there was never like an opportunity for me to explore that
Hmm.
until I met the one I'm with now. But let me tell you, it's like it's like I came out like, why didn't I do this long time ago kind of thing, you know? So because it's like I'm more like I get excited for her, like I'm more into
You're,
it. You know what I mean?
but do you think it's possible that it's the person and not the gender?
I
Is
think
that
it's
a
that
possibility, or?
well, the energy itself, the person itself, yes, that has something to do with it. Um, but as far as physical attraction,
Yeah.
when I look at faces and I consider pretty, whether a man or a woman, everybody's beautiful if I find it beautiful. But as far as the genitalia, I'm more attracted to the female
Hmm.
than the male. The male, I don't even want to. It was funny because we were my wife and I we were watching this film and they showed like this male stripper and we both went ew.
Really? So have you always felt that way? Like, so like I'm trying to.
I hate so. I mean, I hope the people that I dated. I mean, with it has nothing to do. Like, I don't want them, like to make anybody feel bad out there. But yeah, I've always been like that. There's only one that I was like totally that I would consider. Yes, I was attracted, totally attracted to for the full package, which was my ex fiance who passed away. Like he was the only man that I could consider probably like, oh yeah, I'd do him. But
Hmm.
the others, it was part of the package.
So like if I look at a man, right? I can look at a man and I can say that's a good looking dude, right? Or
Yes, you
that's
can say
a
that. Yeah.
that's a handsome guy, or that damn that dude
Yeah.
looks good or whatever. But I have no attraction to men. The only gender that I'm attracted to is
The
women
female. Yeah.
sexually, right? But I
Yeah.
can look at a man but the thought of a dude trying to me banging a dude or a guy banging
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
it doesn't it repulses me. Like I don't want that. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Do you
And that's
have that
perfectly
same
fine. But
feeling? Like with a
um,
with
with a man, it's
I don't
kind
even
of.
know if I could post this. I don't even know if this is PC to talk about. You
I
know what I
don't,
mean?
I
Like
don't, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to make it easy as possible.
no,
Okay, so
no,
it's like a
meaning
person.
like is it offensive of me to ask this? That's what I mean. Like I don't,
No, I
you
mean
know,
I'm open to answer that. For me, it's like if a man is trying to seduce me, I would not be around. But if a woman is trying to seduce me, I would be around.
okay.
The only way for me to speak with a man is if I if I find like if there's already like a connection or I pre-planned it, because it's more like socially acceptable to be with the opposite sex. You know, it was easy for me to like to connect with the opposite gender. I had more opportunities to do that, and I was and I was not self-aware back then too. I
Right.
was lost. I was I didn't know myself. I was still finding myself. I was still going through daddy issues. It
Mm,
turned out, like when I was with men, the connection that I was looking for from them was the thing that I was seeking from my father. So I traced it back to that and why I wanted them. Because as soon as I figured out why I wanted, like male in my life, was just trying to fulfill what my dad, what I was lacking with my dad. But then as soon as I figured that out, because if I was looking for protection, I can protect myself. If I was looking for validation, I validate myself. If I was looking for, um, actually, that was it. A
that's
validation from a man. But yeah, when I figured that out, all my like any attraction left for a man had just vanished because I don't really need or want them. I mean, I
so
don't have
then you
anything
would
against
say
men. I don't have it. Yeah, I don't
no,
have
no,
anything
no, of
against men.
course. It's just
I just
you
don't
like
find
what
them
you like.
attractive.
So
Yeah,
then
exactly.
you would say that like some people you've been kind of living this life, but it wasn't what you really were.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
Yeah,
fair? Like, that
yeah,
you
that's fair to say.
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And it took you a long time to kind of
So it's like
come to
40 plus
grips.
years. Well, this is not my first, relationship with a woman. I had a girlfriend in college too, and I dated a couple of women also, but it was like, it was college years. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
experimentation, but really I was attracted to them. It's like, and I've always, like find it really alluring to make out with a woman. Like I was always
Mm,
gearing towards like women, but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't as accessible or it wasn't as accepted. There was
mm.
a lot more to kind of go around and stuff like so it's you know
Wow.
but yeah it
That's heavy.
yeah it is but it's a wonderful once you kind of figure out like what you're attracted to and what you want in your life and you find it's really wonderful like it doesn't even matter what the world is or what the world is about and stuff because with her I didn't even come out I didn't say oh by the way I'm gay it was more like a natural like oh my partner this is my wife like it's normal like I normalized it like when I told my mom and my kids they were just like okay it wasn't a surprise
Right.
so
I guess they
yeah
maybe all kind of sense that, and they could people could tell if you're not really happy, or like if you're in a relationship and you're not happy with them, people sense it.
Mhm.
And then if they see you and you look happy and stuff, then it doesn't matter. A person's a person. You know what I mean?
exactly
Like a
yeah
person's a person.
person
Like who cares? Like you know um
yeah that's why I don't get like there's like the society's expectation of like a man and a woman is together, not man and man or women and women. I mean, for reproduction purposes, a man and a woman have to be together. True. I mean, that's a must because we're here to reproduce. In order to reproduce, you need a man and a woman. That's a fact. You can't change that. So yes, in order to reproduce, you need a man and a woman. No exception. But to love somebody, to be intimate with somebody, there's no definition of who you're going to be with, and there's no one has the right to tell you. that it needs to be this and it needs to be that. No, there's no scientific thing behind that. You know, so
You're
yeah,
attracted to who you're attracted to. You love who you love, and you know, I mean,
and leave it at
everybody.
that.
Yeah, everybody has their. I mean, what they like. And
Exactly.
that's um I respect that. I always have. There are things that I don't understand in life, and
Mhm.
I understand that I don't need to understand it.
Mhm.
It's as simple as that. Who the fuck am I? I don't need to understand everything. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
you
I don't
don't.
need to understand everything. Like, if you're able to have a relationship and it's one girl and four guys and they're all on board and they're all happy with that and they are okay with that, I don't need to understand it. I couldn't do it. To me, that shit
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
I don't have to understand it to
Exactly.
accept it, and that's kind of how I live my
Exactly.
life. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
okay, this thing here, I'm looking at it, this, I I don't know how this guy is okay with these other three guys, hooking up with his girl. I don't understand how they can be okay with that. I
I don't
don't
understand that
understand it.
either.
But
Yeah.
I don't have to understand it in
Because
order for
it
me to
doesn't
be
affect your life.
okay with it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
My son just got here. It doesn't
Oh.
affect me. It doesn't have anything to do with me. I don't need to understand it. We're sorry to switch the
We're
topic, but we're
overtime again.
we're going to see
We're
Harry
overtime again.
Potter.
Oh, you guys are gonna say Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Wow.
we're gonna me, him, and the wife are gonna watch the play, Cursed Child, the new play.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
pretty stoked about that. Um
that's cool. We should have like a part two of like a discussion on
yeah,
relationships and stuff because it's there's a lot of misguidance and misinformation about like connection with people and
yeah,
that's what actually I think that's what breaks a relationship apart because of like the misunderstanding and not having a relationship with yourself first also is a factor. You got to have a relationship with yourself,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Yeah, well, I have had a pleasure talking with you. It's
I
always
know,
fun.
right?
Um, we will do it again. I know it was just very impromptu,
Definitely.
you know.
I like impromptu. I like
Yeah,
impromptu.
yeah. So it's better that way.
Better that way, exactly. I know. I would like to, come back and discuss more, and then maybe like we'll have a little bit more planning in minutes time. But
Yeah.
you know,
This
but
is
yeah,
just
check out my musical talk show called F&K Behind the Filters with Friday Night Karaoke group in Facebook. Just check us out, and I do a live interview with all the artists that sing in that group, and I feature videos. Basically, it's called Friday Night Karaoke Behind the Filters, hosted by Mars Scott. I produce Mars too. A lot of things has happened since we talked.
well,
But
we
yes,
will.
we'll definitely do this again. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I am so
Yeah, it's a pleasure
and
to talk
you
to
guys
you.
can enjoy Harry Potter. Harry Potty? Harry Potter.
Wingardium
Bye.
Leviosa.
You are listening to the NYC Talking Podcast. www.nyctalking.com. Please like NYC Talking on Facebook. Please follow Angel R Talk on Twitter and Instagram. We are NYC Talking, the realest lifestyle blog ever. Thanks for listening.